Nṛga. And when he was questioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he immediately bowed down before the Lord, touching to the ground the helmet of his head, which was as dazzling as the sunshine. In this way, he first of all offered his respectful obeisances unto the Supreme Lord. He then said, "My dear Lord, I am the son of King Ikshvaku, and I am King Nṛga. If you have ever taken account of all disposed men, I am sure that you must have heard my name. My Lord, you are the witness. You are aware of every bit of work done by the living entities, past, present, and future. Nothing can be hidden from your eternal cognizance. Still, you have ordered me to explain my history, and I shall therefore narrate the full story. King Nṛga proceeded to narrate the history of his degradation caused by his karma-kāṇḍa activities. He was very charitably disposed and had given away so many cows that he said the number was equal to the amount of dust on the earth, the stars in the sky, and the rainfall. According to the according to the Vedic ritualistic ritualistic ceremony, a man who is charitably disposed is commanded to give cows to the brāhmaṇas. From King Nṛga's statement, it appears that he followed this principle earnestly. However, as a result of a simply discrepancy in his action, he was forced to take birth as a lizard. Therefore, it is recommended by the Lord in the Bhagavad-gītā that one who is charitably disposed and desires to derive the benefit of his charity should offer his gift to please Krishna. To give in charity means to perform pious activities. As a result of pious activities, one may be elevated to the higher planetary system, but promotion to the heavenly planet is no guarantee that one will never fall down. Rather, from the example of King Nṛga, it is definitely proved that fruitive activities, even if they are very pious, cannot give us eternal blissful life, as stated in the Bhagavad-gītā. The result of, as stated in the Bhagavad-gītā, the result of work, either pious or impious, is sure to bind a man unless it is discharged as yajña on behalf of the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Thank
King
you, Hare
Nṛga.
Krishna. So, thank you. So here we are discussing about King Nṛga's past life, how he was very charitable personality. And as per scriptures, one who is very charitable should give cows in charity to attain heavenly kingdom once we give up this body. But ulta, उसके साथ उल्टा हो गया. Instead of going to heaven, he went to animal species and became lizard. How this happened? Because he was giving charity in the mode of passion, right? There are three kinds of charities: charity in mode of goodness, charity in mode of passion, charity in mode of goodness. Passion, goodness, ignorance, passion, and goodness. These three characteristics of charities are there. You can read in Bhagavad-gītā, 16, 17, 18 chapter. So, because he was doing charity for attaining heaven, this desire, काम, क्रोध, lobh, this comes under passion. And there are many dangers when we perform such activities. Somebody who is performing charity in mode of ignorance, he is definitely going to hell. For example, giving omelette in schools, है ना? संडे हो या मंडे रोज खाओ अंडे, ऐसा टीवी पे आपको ऐड आपने देखा होगा बचपन में. Why? Because government wanted to promote eggs in schools, and they would show children eating eggs, है ना? And they are having omelette in their plate. Yes. So, so this is charity in mode of ignorance. So definitely, whoever is sponsoring and doing food for life and distributing chicken and all these items in charity, they are definitely going to hell. Somebody doing charity in mode of goodness, giving donation to sadhu and giving donation in the hundi, he will go to heaven. But passion में क्या होता है? In passion, when you do some charity or when you do any activity, there is a good chance of going to hell also and going to heaven also. When you are not careful, you will definitely go to hell. Like Nrga went to a lower species of life. And when you are careful, then you will go to heaven. You can also go to Brahma Jyoti. But in goodness, if you are very, very careful, you are doing it with right attitude, you may also go till um, we may also go till spiritual world. We may not enter the spiritual planets, but we may have the realization that I am not this body, I am spirit soul, and Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana is my master and Lord of the life. So, like that, goodness can lead you to pure goodness, but passion can lead you to ignorance, degradation, if it is not done properly, as what we are seeing with our Nrga, the giant lizard. King Nṛga continued to say that the cows given in charity were not ordinary cows. Each one was very young and had given birth to only one calf. Why it's mentioned that they have given birth to only one calf? Because if they give birth to multiple calf, so that mother cow becomes weak and she is not able to give milk. है ना? A woman, if you see in human society also, woman, once she gives birth to 3 4 children, she become like elephant. है ना? आप लोगों ने शायद, this is a scientific study research I am telling. She becomes fat, obesity increases. Why? Because the lot of strength goes in producing children. So here it is mentioned that the cow was very young, uh, each and every cow what he gave in charity, and they had given birth to only one calf. They were full of milk, very peaceful and healthy. मतलब जरा भी वो लोग गुस्सा नहीं करते थे. Some cows are very very um, angry in nature. Some cows sometimes, generally bull are like that, but some cows are not very peaceful. But these cows were very peaceful and healthy. All the cows were purchased with money that had been earned legally. Furthermore, their horns were gold plated, their hooves were bedecked with silver plates, and they were covered with silken wrappers, which were embroidered with pearls and necklaces. He stated that these valuably decorated cows were not given to any worthless person, but were distributed to the first class brāhmaṇas, whom he had also decorated with nice garments and gold ornaments. The brāhmaṇas were very well qualified, none of them were rich, and their family members were always in want for necessities of life. One quality of brāhmana is they are poor materially, but they are rich spiritually. देखो अभी प्रभुपा जी वही बता रहे, a real brahmana never hoards money for a luxurious life like kshatriyas or vaishyas, but always keep himself in a poverty stricken condition, knowing that money diverts the mind to materialistic way of life. To live in this way is the vow of qualified brahmana, and all these brahmanas were well situated in their exalted vow. They were very learned in Vedic knowledge. They executed the required austerities and penances in their lives and were liberal, maintained the standard of qualified brahmanas. They were equally friendly to everyone. Above all, they were young and quite fit to act as qualified brahmanas. See, these are the qualities of brahmana. We talk about brahmanas, kshatriyas, vaishyas, shudras, vaishnavas. Everyone has a gold standard, right? तो ये ब्राह्मण की क्वालिटीज बताए गए. प्रभुपाद बता रहे हैं कि हु इज द रियल ब्राह्मणा. ही नेवर होल्ड्स मनी, वो कभी भी अपना तिजोरी भर के नहीं रखता है कि मेरे पास सोना चांदी हीरे जवाहरात सब कुछ है, अभी मैं लाइफ एंजॉय करूंगा। दिस इज नॉट ब्राह्मणा। एंड ही रिमेन्स इन अ पॉवर्टी स्ट्रिकन, मतलब जितना चाहिए उतना हिसाब से वो रहते हैं, ताकि अपना मन वो कृष्ण में लगा सके। And he is very liberal. He gives charity. He gives free knowledge, free education. Very, very liberal in serving the whole society through his vani. And they are very learned in scriptures. And they are regularly performing austerities and penances, and they are meeting the standards of a qualified brahmana, and they are equal to everyone. पंडिता समदर्शिना विद्या विनय संपन्ने ब्राह्मणी कवि हस्तिने शुनि चैव शपाके च पंडिता समदर्शिनः। इस प्रकार से उसमें दिया गया है, right? Besides the cows, they were also given land, gold, houses, horses, elephants. Those who were not married were given wives, maidservants, grains, silver, utensils, garments, jewels, household furniture, chariots, etc. This charity was nicely performed as a sacrifice according to the Vedic rituals. The king also stated that not only had he bestowed gifts on the Brahmanas, but he had performed other pious activities, such as digging a well, planting trees on the roadside, and installing ponds on the highways. Yes. Please read Dhruv Prabhu last paragraph for today, and we stop. Yes, you can read two paragraphs.
Can you hear me?
The king continued.
The king continued, in the spite of all this, unfortunately, one of the Brahmana's cow chanced to enter amongst my other cows. Not knowing this, I again gave it in charity to another Brahmana. As the cow was being taken away by Brahmana, its former master claimed it has its own stating. This cow was formerly given to me. So how is it that you are stating taking it away? Thus there was arguing and fighting between the two Brahmanas, and they came before me and charged that I had taken back a cow that I had previously given in charity. To give something to someone and then to take it away is considered great sin, especially in dealing with the Brahmana. When both the Brahmana charged the king with same complaint, he was simply puzzled as how it had happened. Thereafter, with great humility, the king offered each one of them 100,000 cows in exchange for the one cow that was causing the fight between them. He prayed to them that he was their servant and that there had been some mistake. Thus, in order to rectify it, he prayed that they would be very kind upon him and accept his offer in exchange for the cow. The king fervently appealed to Brahmana not to cause his downfall into hell because of this mistake. A Brahmana's property is called Brahmanashal, and according to Manu's law, it cannot be acquired even by government. Both Brahmanas insisted that the cow was there and could not be taken back under any condition. Neither of them agreed to exchange it for the 100,000 cows, thus disagreeing with the king's proposal. Both Brahmanas left this place in a palace in anger, thinking that their lawful position has been usurped.
Yes, accept, मतलब उसको निगल लिया इन लोगों ने, है ना? ऐसा होता है ना, जैसे हम लोग कभी कभार गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल्स को कुछ पैसा देते हैं कि हमारा काम कर दो, वो पैसा खा लेता है वो, और फिर हमारा काम भी नहीं करता है, तो हम क्या बोलते हैं? वो हमारा पैसा खा लिया उसने, समथिंग लाइक दैट। तो सिमिलरली हियर इट इज मेंशनड that a brahmana's property is called brahmaswa. Brahmaswa means it belongs to the brahmana and it cannot be acquired even by government. आजकल तो सरकार सभी सभी की संपत्ति पे ताबा कर लेती है। वो उनको समझता नहीं है कि ब्राह्मण की संपत्ति है कि वैष्णव की है, किसकी संपत्ति भी हो, सबका माल वो लोग जब्त कर लेते हैं। बट ऐसा पहले नहीं होता था, और जो व्यक्ति ऐसा करता है वो मनु संहिता के हिसाब से दंडनीय माना जाता है, चाहे वो किसी भी अवस्था में क्यों ना हो, किसी भी पद पे क्यों ना हो। और यहाँ पर तो अनजाने में एक गाय एक पार्टी से निकल के दूसरे पार्टी में चली गई, तो उसलिए भी वो दोनों पार्टी के लोग राजा के ऊपर नाराज हो गए। और अगर राजा जानबूझ के ऐसा कुछ करता है तो सोचिए उसको कितना बड़ा भारी दंड भुगतना पड़ेगा, है कि नहीं? तो वो पास्ट टाइम बता रहे हैं यहाँ पे कि हमें गो ब्राह्मण हिताय च, भगवान की जो संपत्ति है जो खास करके ब्राह्मणों को मिलती है, अगर हम उसका कुछ जरा सा भी हिस्सा अपने पास रख लेते हैं तो उसका हमें भारी भरकम परिणाम भुगतना पड़ सकता है, जैसे राजा नृग को भुगतना पड़ा। लास्ट पैराग्राफ, प्रशांत रू प्लीज रीड।
After this incident, when the time came for the king to give up his body, he was taken before Yamraj, the superintendent of death. Yamraj asked him whether he wanted to enjoy the result of his pious activities or first suffer the result of his impious activities. Yamraj also hinted that since the king had executed so many pious activities and charities, the limit of Nrga's enjoyment would be unknown to him. There was practically no end to the king's material happiness, but in spite of this hint, he was bewildered. He decided to first suffer the result of his impious activities and then accept the result of his pious activities. Therefore, Yamraj immediately turned him into a wizard.
देखिए,
King
यहाँ पर एक
Nṛga,
समझने की बात है, थैंक यू, कि ब्राह्मणा ने श्राप नहीं दिया था उनको कि आप तुरंत एक बड़ी छिपकली बन जाओ। दिस इज द दिस इज द पनिशमेंट ऑफ टेकिंग अवे ब्राह्मणास प्रॉपर्टी। ये शास्त्रों में लिखा है। अगर कोई ब्राह्मण का पहले तो ब्राह्मण कौन है वो बताया है, तो वो हिसाब से हम लोग देख रहे हैं। अगर वो उस कैटेगरी में बैठता है तो ब्राह्मण है। केवल ब्राह्मण परिवार में जन्म लेने से कोई ब्राह्मण नहीं बनता है ना। कोई वो बोल सकता है कि प्रभु जी मेरा भी जनेऊ है, मुझे बचपन में जनेऊ दिया गया था, लेकिन मैं चॉकलेट खाता हूँ, प्याज लहसुन खाता हूँ, टीवी देखता हूँ, मूवी देखता हूँ। वो ब्राह्मण नहीं है। ब्राह्मण कौन है उसके बारे में ऑलरेडी प्रभुपाद ने बताया है। तो हम लोग उस ब्राह्मण की बात कर रहे हैं। तो अगर कोई ऐसे प्रामाणिक व्यक्ति का धन हड़प लेता है, उसकी प्रॉपर्टी ले लेता है, उसका पैसा खा खा जाता है, तो ऐसे व्यक्ति को अगले जन्म में लिजार्ड बनना पड़ता है। ये लिखा हुआ है, हर एक का दंड लिखा है। कोई क्या गलती करेगा उसको क्या मिलना चाहिए, रिएक्शन, सब कुछ लिखा हुआ है। सो सो हियर इट इज मेंशन्ड कि राजा नृग ने सोचा कि पहले मेरे को पाप का सजा दो, तो फिर उसको तुरंत ये यमदूतों ने क्या किया, उसको एक बहुत बड़ा लिजार्ड, छिपकली बना दिया। और छिपकली कहाँ बनाया? द्वारका के पास में एक कुएं के अंदर, ताकि एक दिन ऐसा आए कि उसे भगवान का दर्शन हो और वो मुक्त हो जाए। बाकी शास्त्रों में भी ये कहानी आती है, उसमें और भी कुछ जानकारी दी हुई है। उसमें ऐसा लिखा है कि जब भगवान कृष्ण आप पे कृपा करेंगे तो अवश्य ही आप मुक्त हो जाओगे। आगे बताएंगे वो, तो वो जो नृग है आगे